Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. I'm back again from Mexico. I'm so sorry, took me a little while. I'm not able to respond back to your queries. So yeah, you understand when you are on vacation, it's more like, you're just off from the world. And yeah, got back on Sunday evening, then swamped with office work. So just got hold of this information here for TR to PR pathway. That's new one. Until yesterday evening, there was nothing in terms of any update on TR to PR. Now I'm just gonna give you a little highlight or thumbs up onto it that this is the manual they are talking about, like the tweet Sean Fraser has shared with you all, where all the information is there. But instead of going in detail like word by word, I'll just explain you how it's gonna work. So when you go on cic.gc.ca website, this is exactly the page it would look like. Let me just fix this. So when you go on cic.gc.ca website, this is exactly you will see. This is an executive summary like motion M44, and there are 5 pillars. So if you go at the very top, you should be seeing an accessible version of this PDF will be available early next week. So now they've just given the random information. There's no process exactly how it would work and all that stuff. So going back to the update on new TR to PR pathway, so they are basically focusing on 5 things. So first and foremost would be like they have categorized in pillars. So the first would be like NOC, in demand occupation. Everybody knows that. So that is not out of blue, because they are focusing on the professions which are actually in demand, and they have to take in account of whole Canada. It's not particularly for Alberta or Toronto or Vancouver and all those provinces. Secondly, they would be reforming the express entry system. And thirdly, they would be focusing on the community that's actually are here, physically present out here in Canada. And that's what they are indicating in attracting and retaining newcomers. So, and they would also be focusing on increasing the immigration levels targeted, which is like 2022 till 2024. And when they say that improving client experience and modernizing, they're basically focusing on the system, like where you will be able to get hold of latest information. Now let's dive into the manual, what they are indicating. So I'm not going to go in much detail because this is going to be a lengthy process, honestly speaking. So this is exactly the manual they have highlighted through a tweet, and it is now open because of some technical glitch. It was not getting open earlier. So these are the points if you see, and honestly speaking, no concrete information has been disclosed yet. So this is like a basic summary, what they are focusing on, what would be the pillars. Now, the one I have just discussed at the beginning of the video. Now, this is pillar 1, where they would increase the immigration levels targets in 2022 and 24. That's the agenda. And then, of course, they would be aiming to reform the express entry. Along with that, they are basically focusing on adopting the latest version of NOCs, like which expands the eligibility. Basically, they would be focusing on in-demand occupations. And then, of course, the French would be one of the priority too. And then, of course, they would be working on improving the client experience by modernizing the immigration system, like just making sure that you have a full access to the information to their website, and you can track more quicker than before. So let's see how exactly it goes. Honestly speaking, they have not given a concrete information like what would be the step, and this is exactly what has happened last year before they made the announcement for TR to PR pathway in May, like on May 6th. 3 weeks before that, the highlight was that they made a hype that yes, the TR to PR pathway is coming, but there was no concrete information. And this seems to be like this trend is following exactly what they have done before. But that's okay. They're just kind of giving you a heads up that yes, TR to PR pathway is on its way. And I'll just cover towards the very bottom, like where I kind of sense little thing here. So this is exactly like NOC, what the type is, like type 0A, B, C, D, and now they would be doing it like tier 0. So where management occupations would come along under this, and then occupation usually requires university degree and all that. I will share the link of this manual in case if you want to, but this is not worth your time, honestly speaking. And as and when I get hold of the information, like step by step, what all documents are needed, how to go about the process, and what would be the immigration form look like, how to fill that up, I will cover that through my channel. So in case if you want to subscribe, you can certainly do that. It's your discretion again. And these are the highlights they basically covered into. It's a 39-page manual, and there's nothing much to talk about. They're just kind of giving the basic information on various stages and all of that stuff. So probably towards the end, if you see, this is like, higher skill program and regional programs and federal, like the basic one, right? And there's nothing they have covered onto it. So this is the tweet Sean Fraser has announced through yesterday, like, we are back, kick things off this session by presenting. So this is the manual I'm talking about. Special thanks to, so there's nothing much has been explained yet. And even if you go on CR's like cic.gc.ca website, there is nothing as such out there too. So I would recommend you to just hold on to all the information what you can. So following the trend, and I'm from immigration industry, so I know like the kind of documents you would be needing. Just be prepared. That's what I would suggest. Be prepared with your educational documents, your pay stubs, because they are focusing on two categories now. Workers, at the same time they want to entice, like they want to invite newcomers, so this is a clash in itself. So just make sure that you have all the documents ready in front of you, and educational documents, your employment documents, your T4 forms, and then if you are married, just make sure that you have the marriage certificate and police clearance certificate. That's very, very important. And your IELTS, just be ready with that too. Keep all those things handy. So by the time they announce it and they open the line, you have all the documents in one go. So that's one. Now let's dive into a few timelines. And I have seen the trend is got down, like not really good number of timelines are there. So this is the first timeline under IG stream. May 7 2021 is a submission time period. AOR was received, application was linked, ADR for PCC and passport was there. So these are the documents you should be ready for the next TR to PR pathway, which is likely to be announced very soon. So they're working on it, and maybe a week or 2 or 3, or as and when they announce it, I will be there to help you out with the documentation part through my channel. So the approval letter is there on September 12th here in this case, and then portal request was there, and then ECOPR was received on September 20th. Moving on to another timeline under IG stream, May 7th at 12:30 a.m. there was an ADR for police clearance certificate, and then there was an ADR for pay stubs. So if you see, that first ADR was in February, and second ADR for all the documents related to occupation, like pay stubs, job letter, T4 form, that was specifically for 2021. That was been asked in August, and finally he got through the portal request within like 2 weeks time period, and then ECOPR was also received. It's a French stream, November 4, 2021. That's a submission time period. There was an ADR in March. And then, here the AOR was received in March, and then there was an ADR in April. And then another ADR was received in July. I don't have the information for the ADR, but be ready with whatever the documents they're asking for. And then the COPR was received. That was all issued in September, like on September 20th. And this is a Stream B case, June 10th. AOR was received on April 13th, and ECOPR was received on September 17th. Now, there was no ADR as such, so just a clean case out here, and that's it. I was amazed that number of timelines has actually gone down, so this is surprising. I don't know what they are up to. So hope for the best, guys. All I would suggest, have little patience in case if you have applied under TR to PR pathway last year, and be ready, get up and be ready with all your documents, whatsoever you think. I have already covered set of documents, a checklist in my previous video, starting from like maybe around May 2021. You can go and look for the old videos. I have covered the whole list of documents they would be asking based upon the previous one. So the pattern would remain somewhat the same. Of course, there would be different NOCs based upon the kind of profession they would be enlisting into it. So just be ready with those things. And if you have any questions, you can always write back to me. I'm going to be really slow in replying back this time again, totally swamped with office work and housework, when you're back from vacation, what exactly it looks like, and then kids homework and all that. I will try to resolve your queries, but yeah, just stay in touch, and I'll be posting my new video very soon now since I'm back. So yeah, take care. Bye.